Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm WolfStalker25, and today I got a brand new action figure review for you guys. This is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Puff Adder Build-A-Figure Wave Extremis Iron Man. Very excited to get this figure. I've had it on pre-order at Amazon for a while. Just finally shipped and came in. So I've already recorded this review once. I didn't really like how it turned out, so I decided we're gonna just do it again. It was supposed to come out today at the 21st as I'm recording this, but it's gonna come out tomorrow the 22nd because that's just how it's gonna go. This figure is pretty cool. Really like it. There are some gripes I have with it. Overall though, I do really enjoy this figure. Now, one thing to note when I'm looking at the box here, this artwork, actually, I just noticed this artwork is inaccurate to this Extremis armor. The helmet is not that same shape. This is more 3D. The face mask should flare out. This is almost more reminiscent of the old Toy Biz Extremis armor. It's like kind of a combination of both. You see how it's got the opening on the sides here. This one doesn't have the cut in there, or the yellow on that, still the red. So this is almost a different Extremis armor than this one that they have on the box. So the artwork is actually inaccurate, which isn't something, that's something we're used to with Hasbro. Here's all the accessories you get with it really quick. Get a set of repulsors, set of repulsor hands, which do have the hinge on them as well, and you get a set of fists. Very nice, nice stuff. Box art's good at all. As always, unfortunately, I'm going to pitch it. I don't save the Marvel Legend boxes. But yeah, let's get into the review for the actual figure itself. This guy's pretty cool. I really like him. I'm happy to have him in the collection. I did not previously have the old Extremis armor from Hasbro that they did. There was I think they did a blue, they did like a stealth one a really long time ago, and then they did the yellow and red one, which they also had, and that one was pretty nice. One thing to note is this plastic is kind of softish, so there's actually a little indent right here where my fingernail hit the armor and it dented into the plastic. So it's one thing to kind of note, that it's not the most sturdy or solid or whatever, so you can in fact damage it if you aren't careful. We'll really quickly look at the accessories. You get the two nice repulsor blasts here. Very good, very nice. Let's see if I could get a focus on that closer. Yeah, they're good. And then you get the two fists as well, which have a little bit of nice detail on the back. Let me get that. There we go. Nice detail on the back. You get the little dots. Unfortunately, they didn't paint the repulsor in the hand, but the fists are nice as well. And then you get the repulsor hands, obviously. These are good. Same as the fist. Not painted in there, unfortunately, but they do have the peg hole for you to put in the little energy blast. So the armor itself is pretty nice. Let me actually bring this up a little bit. The armor itself is very nice. I really like the gold painting. The sculpting's really nice. There's a little triangle up top, little lines all over the place. Very good. They have yellow painted inside the eyes. I almost wish that was blue. I do like the look of the yellow, but I'd love to see a variant with like blue eyes and a blue arc reactor and maybe a blue light here. Now that we've got this paint job here, or this armor here and this new model, I'd love to see them reuse this for like the stealth armor or the Iron Patriot, because our Iron Patriot and the stealth armor are also old and in need of an update. So sculpting's good. I do question why there's no paint here. Should this have like yellow here as like lights, showing its lights, or should this be like gold as well? That's why I'm saying like the box art shows the wrong Extremis armor. There are technically two Extremis armors from what I thought. The old Toy Biz one, which I would love if we could get a redo of that at some point, Hasbro, please. But this one is very nice as well. So like I said, sculpt is good. One thing for when we talk about articulation, these little side pieces are actually made to pop off. So there's a little peg goes on the side, so you could actually rotate that around. That is one thing I didn't notice the first time doing the review, and I recorded a little separate bit, and yeah. So all right, let's talk about the articulation. So let's bring this back down right here. Bring this back down. So articulation. One thing I really hate about this figure is the shoulder pads. So this shoulder pad, as you can see, I've already kind of accidentally broke away some of the glue or whatever plastic that was holding it down. This one is super solid. I can't move this one out. So this one, arm-wise, really can only go up this far on articulation. Now, you could break it and go a little further, but if you do, it doesn't really hold, and then it starts morphing and changing the sculpt work here. Now, this one, I can bring the arm up this far, but like I said, it broke away the plastic, and now this one's super like loose, and it's not glued down on the sides anymore, on the back, so it's broken away super hard. One other thing to note here is this arm doesn't want to go down all the way over here like this one does. Like, look how close to the body this one is. This one doesn't want to do that, so I don't know what's going on in there. I guess that kind of gets it closer. But yeah, so the arms are very odd, especially up in the shoulders. There's no butterfly really. Like, there's a little bit of a wiggle, but not really full-on butterfly. You do get the double jointed pinless elbows, which are very nice looking. I really do like the look of it. And then the wrists do swivel and hinge, both horizontal hinges, no verticals, which Iron Man doesn't really need that because he's not he doesn't have like a gun pointing hand or anything like that. Upper bicep cut as well, also does have that. Very nice. The head on this Iron Man does look up that far, so very nice. Gets a good look up, not really much down. Oh, I guess he does get down a lot, so down that much. There's really no tilt, no pivot. I guess he kind of gets like a little bit of it, but not really. The diaphragm is pretty okay, so going back, he goes that far. Forward only that much, so not much at all forward. The side to side's pretty good, so you could get that far this way, this far that way. Pretty good on that. No waist cut, unfortunately. I wish he had a waist cut or another ball joint here for an extra diaphragm down there. Like I said, the little disc on the side do spin around. Upper thigh cut. The legs go forward that much. Back pretty well as well. If you bring up the disc on the side and spin them upwards, on the splits, Iron Man could go that far. Pretty good. And then he does have the double jointed pinless knees as well, which gets you closed that much. Very nice as well. And then the ankles do go back that far, forward that much, and he does have the wonderful ankle pivot. These are actually very big boot feet, by the way, too. It's kind of crazy how big they made the boots. But all right, that's everything that he's got on articulation. That's the sculpt work. The sculpt is nice. The paint is nice. Now, one thing to note is the red is very weird. It's like this very dark color red, but it's not very shiny. There's no like metallic flake in it or anything like that. It's just very weird color, and unfortunately, as you could see here with mine, he kind of has like a little, what looks like a scratch mark streak going through the actual molding, like kind of like what would be a swirl, but it like goes through this whole side like 2 claw marks. And then up here is very like rough texture, almost like it got scratched up on the actual figure. So there's a lot of scratches up there in it, and the camera's not really going to pick it up, but I could actually feel it, whereas this side feels very smooth, this side like very scratched up. So unfortunately my figure is a little beat up without me even doing anything to it there. But like I said, the plastic's very like kind of thin. It's not as like thick or whatever. This Iron Man stands just a little over 6.5 inches tall, just about 6.5 inches, a little bit over it. Size comparison wise though, let's get into it. Also, this guy's like $24.99 or something like that, so not bad. Size comparison wise, Hasbro other figures. We'll do the Power Ranger, Dino Thunder, Red Ranger up first, and then we will get out the Star Wars The Black Series Captain Rex, our Fortnite Victory Royale The Foundation, and G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes. So there's a look at Iron Man next to all those. Pretty good. He is taller than Snake Eyes by a little bit, which he should be. Taller than the Power Ranger. He's a teenager, as he should be. Iron Man's like about 6'3", 6'5" in the armor, I think. So a clone is only like 6 foot-ish tall, I think. So good height-wise there. And then the Foundation, you know, that's a Fortnite character. I don't know if we know his height, but, you know, in universe it's The Rock, so in the armor he's probably pretty big, which is fine and it works. Then we'll get out, let's see, the other Jazzware Fortnite figure. This is the Visitor, if he'll stand. Very good. Then we have the Jazzware Halo Spartan Collection Master Chief. So Master Chief and Iron Man, 2 for a combo that I always love to see. This is, like I said, the Jazzware one, and then we'll bring out the 1000 Toys one. So they're both taller than Iron Man. Depending on how much height difference you want, you might want to use a different... Oh, there we go. little avalanche. You might want to use one of the other ones with him in comparison. Then we have a Mythic Legion Black Knight, McFarlane Space Marine from Warhammer, and then we have the Figma Samus from Metroid. So a ton of nice little armor guys. All 3 sci-fi, you know, 1 comic book there, and then the medieval armor. So they all look really good together. I would love it, like I've always said, I'd love if we could get a bigger Samus somewhere from somebody. Then we have SH Figure Arts Goku. And lastly, for the other brands and like other non-Marvel characters, here's the Bandai Anime Heroes Wargreymon. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep him in the reviews, so let me know, I guess, in the comments. Do you want him to stay in the reviews as like a size comparison, or do you not really care, and can he go away and get retired from the desk and put onto a shelf or something? So, alright, really quick, we're going to do some other Hasbro figures really fast. This is a comic book symbiote black suit Spider-Man and an MCU America Chavez, as some looks as with an MCU teenager, and a comic book Spidey to see their size comparisons. And now we're going to get into a couple other characters. So these two are Marvel as well. They're also going to be more Civil War related. We have Captain America. This is, well, I just did another avalanche again. Man, this is not going well. This is the new, 20th anniversary Captain America that we got last year, I believe. And this is the last year release as well for the Iron Spider suit for Spider-Man. So these are also 2 big characters that interact with this armor in the Civil War comic, because I believe this is the armor that gets used in Civil War, so at least in the comic books. So very nice. Like I said, I almost would have rather had this style of the metallic red instead of this one. This one does look very clean, but it's very flat. It's a little shiny, not super shiny, but it's kind of flat in comparison to this one. I do really like this gold, however. Now this is more the yellowy gold. This is more the like actual gold color. So I do really like this one as well. But yeah, so there's those two in size comparison wise. And then, let me get out some other guys. So we're going to do some other Iron Men now. So up first is the Mezco Stealth Armor Iron Man. And we're also going to bring out, since we're doing stealth armors, we're going to bring out the Marvel Legend classic comic Iron Man in the stealth form. Now, hopefully, if we get a stealth version of this, I would love to see all the red be done in this coloring here, this shiny metallic with the flake in it or whatever, same color like this one does. And then I'd love to see where the gold is, almost this color of this like lighter cobalt-y blue or whatever, and then obviously get the red in the arc reactor and the eyes. I think that would be perfect. So yeah, as you can see, the armor does fit in very well here with these. Here's another classic inspired armor. This is the AI Iron Man. And then here's another one. This is the modular armor. So this one is very shiny red as well. I kind of would have loved to see the red this color. I think that would have looked really good. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. You know, it's not the end of the world. I really do like this one. But, you know, now that we have this armor and this mold, I'm sure they want to reuse it. So honestly, you know, if you want to give me this armor in this color scheme, this armor in this color scheme, this armor in this color scheme, I will take them all. Honestly, I don't really care. You know, Iron Man is my favorite Marvel character ever, so I will take any and every Iron Man repaint that you give me, especially with a new, brand new, awesome mold. Although, I would ask that you fix the shoulders up, because I'm not really a fan of the shoulders. Last couple size comparisons. Here's the old Guardians of the Galaxy Iron Man. Here is the Avengers video game Iron Man right there. Unfortunately, that game is dead now, basically, so little unfortunate. Here is the newer Iron. What is this? Is this the 2020 Iron Man, or no? I don't know which armor this one is named exactly. So again, more red and gold inconsistencies. None of them are really the exact same. The closest we get realistically on the gold is with the Iron Man video game, but the reds don't match. This one's a lot like brighter of a red. So yeah, we don't get a match there. And then for another Extremis look, here is the Old Toy Biz Extremis Armor. This is and probably was my favorite Iron Man armor for the longest time. I would love it if Hasbro would redo this version of Extremis. Now, you just could use parts of this one, you know, maybe make new feet, use the same lower legs. You might have to sculpt a new bit hair. Most of the other stuff is different, so I would love it if if they'd make this one. And then here's another one. This is, I think, supposed to be a War Machine, but I could have sworn in the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 video game, War Machine had a look like this. I thought these two at some point somewhere, you know, these two work together, so maybe we could get a redo of this War Machine armor at some point as well, Hasbro? Because it's a little small and it's got the ball joints for the hips and stuff like that, so it'd be nice to get a new version of that. But yeah, that's it for all the size comparisons. Last couple things I want to do is some head swaps to see what this armor looks like with all the different various Tony Stark heads in the background. First up, we're going to do the this is the, what the heck, why did that not go in the ball joint? This is the newer Iron Man head from the infamous Iron Man armor, or whatever it's called. So there you go, there's a look at that one. Okay, looks a little small, you know, not horrible. Then this is the one from, I don't remember which one this one came with, but it's not fully going on the ball joint. It kind of is, but as you can see, the hair is very long. Not bad, looks okay as well, but it doesn't fully sit on the head. This is the one from the stealth armor, I believe, that we previously showed. So I've already seen the look of this one. This one's not bad either. This one looks pretty good, fits very nicely. Actually doesn't look too big. Usually on most Iron Man suits, it looks very large, so that's very good there. This is the one that came with the 20th anniversary Marvel Legends Iron Man, I believe, which I don't actually have out right now. I don't even know where that one is. It might be in my Hall of Armor. So there you go. If that's a look that you want as well. More of a classic, cartoony inspired Tony Stark. And then if you want to see your MCU Robert Downey head sculpt on here, there you go. A little big, kind of. But this is a bigger head that came with that, like, Mark 85 or whatever. And he's also looking off to the side. I don't know why he's, like, side-eyeing like that. That kind of sucks. But there you go. Let's look at all the head sculpts. That's it for my review with this guy. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this figure. Are you going to get him? Did you pass on him? Are you still debating on it? You know, did you pick it up? I like him. I really like this armor. The only real gripe I have is that we don't have a lower, like, waist cut or little extra ball joint in the waist for like a diaphragm extra down there for some more range and movement. And I think the shoulders are the biggest problem on this guy. I would have preferred if we got, like, I don't know, maybe a shoulder pad that like had like a little extra piece attached here, and then had like the rubber plastic ring that the arm plugged into, so then the shoulder actually moved with the arm like it does now, but you know, it had better movement because the arms could do, like I said, a full 360. I don't think I said that in the review, but unfortunately this shoulder pad doesn't allow for much movement up unless it happens like mine where it breaks, and eventually I'm probably gonna have to glue that back down because it's probably gonna fully break off. But great figure for the price point of $24.99. I like them. Would I have liked them to have been $20? Yeah. You know, but it is what it is. No Build-A-Figure piece with this one, unfortunately, but that's how Hasbro gets you with the Iron Man. So if you did enjoy this review and found it helpful by any means, would always appreciate a like and subscribe on the channel. Does help me out a lot. Do greatly appreciate it, especially if you're new here and you haven't done so already. You know, thank you so much, and for all you guys who have been around for so long, and thanks for watching the video. I will catch you all in the next one. Next up, next week, probably on Monday, we should be having the VHS style box of the cell-shaded symbiote suit Spider-Man and Carnage. So I think that should be the next review up on the channel. So hopefully you guys stick around for that one, and I'll see you next time. Bye.